Most roofers are pricing jobs blind, and it's draining their profits dry. If you're quoting based on gut feel or what the competition's charging, you're not just undercharging, you're sabotaging your own business and your chances of having a scalable machine that gives you freedom. In this video, I'll show you how to lock in predictable profits before the job even starts, using a system that helped one roofer jump from break-even to double-digit net profit in just 60 days. Here's the mistake most roofers make. Profit isn't what's left over. It's what you engineer from day one. Think of pricing like installing a roof. It's a process. You don't put the shingles on before the underlayment. Yet, most roofers are slapping together numbers, hoping it works, kind of like a homeowner trying to roof a cut-up 12-12. Guess what? It doesn't. Markup hides risk. Margin math guarantees results. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use it. Before we go deeper, grab the free proper profit pricing calculator that I built for you. All you do is you plug in your numbers. It'll instantly tell you what to charge to hit your profit goal with zero guesswork. The link's in the description. You can go use it on your next bid. Let me break this down for you using the RoofCoach Profit First Pricing Framework. Step one is to clarify your real costs. You're not just paying for shingles and labor. Those are your job costs. And most roofers are pretty clear on those. What I'm talking about here is your overhead. You've got insurance, salaries, commissions, marketing, vehicle and rent expenses. Every dollar must be accounted for. And depending on how you operate, this can run between 20 to 35% of every job. Step two is to set your profit target. Your net profit is what we're talking about here. And this is not a nice to have, it's a must have. Our standard here at RoofCoach is that you have a 10% minimum, period. If you want to build a sustainable business, you need at least 10% left over after all expenses are paid, including a healthy salary for the owner. Step three is to use margin math, not markup. Stop using markup. When we get roofers to understand the gross profit they need to be charging, they often make a critical math mistake. They just add the profit percentage to their cost. They think if they need, say, a 35% gross profit, they just multiply the cost by 1.35 to add it. So on a job cost of $10,000, they would charge $13,500. Sounds logical, right? Unfortunately, this is absolutely wrong. If you use that math, you would be short almost $2,000 on this job. Do I have your attention now? Markup only adds the percentage to cost. Margin math figures out what the selling price needs to be to ensure that you have the gross profit dollars left over after you've done the job that will cover your overhead and net profit. Now, I know that all sounds confusing, so let me show you how it works. Let's say your cost is $10,000, right? Like we were talking about before. And we're going to put 35% on that, 1.35, we get that $13,500. Here's the issue. We think we got 35% gross profit, but we don't, because if we had 35% gross profit, we would have 35% left over when the job was done, right? After we had our $10,000 of costs removed. We need to have 35% of the sales price left over. Because if I subtract 35% here, watch, if I do minus 35%, watch what happens. We're only left with $8,775. Not 35%, not what we need. That, my friends, is markup math. If you want to have the correct pricing, you have to use margin math. But this isn't all that hard. Let me show you. All right, so we start here with that same 10,000. But this time, instead of multiplying by 1.35, we're going to divide by 0.65, which this is a little confusing. I didn't go to college, but the way it works is we take 1 minus 0.35, that 35%, and we're left with 0.65. So when we divide it by that, we end up with 15,384 or whatever the rest is there. If I subtract the 35% here, watch what we're left with. Minus 35% equals $10,000. Now we actually have our proper price that will give us the gross profit that we need. Okay, let me tell you about Mark. Mark landed an $85,000 job. He was celebrating, popping champagne, but he calls me a few weeks later. He's all distraught. He's like, hey, I use competitive pricing. I use that rough markup math. I found out I'm losing $7,000 on this job. He was super bummed out. So I walked him through this exact system. I said, hey, go deploy this. Stop putting this off. Go do it. A few weeks later, he calls me back. He's laughing. 3 jobs quoted, all priced right, all profitable. Why didn't I do this before? It's not something that I don't hear very, very frequently. Why didn't I just do what I knew I was supposed to do, right? That's what happens when you stop guessing and start doing business on purpose. Okay, so now I can hear you thinking, but if I raise prices, I'm going to lose jobs. No, not the right ones. See, good clients, they're not looking for cheap. They're looking for confidence and quality. And our motto here is that if you want to sell for more, you must be the most certain option. And when you quote with clarity, you become the contractor they trust. Or maybe you're thinking, well, this sounds all too complicated. It's not. This takes 5 minutes with our tool. One formula, one mindset shift, done. Before I forget, go download the Proper Profit Pricing Calculator. It's free, it's simple, and it's guaranteed to shift how you price every roofing job from now on. The link's down below in the description. Now picture this. You open your calendar, look at your jobs, and everyone is locked in with guaranteed profit. Your business runs on clarity, your family, they breathe easier, and you can forecast confidently for the future. That's what happens when you price like a CEO. Here's your next step. Book your free 45-minute strategy session. We'll walk you through how to apply the system to your numbers. We'll find your hidden profit leaks and fix them right there on the call. Do it now and start making money on every job from now on.